let's get to cooking. This is what we're doing today at Memaw's house. Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house. Today we're in the kitchen making Pepaw a special birthday dessert. Didn't want a cake, although a cake is coming in the next video, but he wanted a mixed berry cobbler. So I'm going to make him one from scratch. Now, I have bought some berry medley frozen out of the freezer section of my local Walmart market. And I may have to use some of that because I want it nice and full. So let's get to cooking and making a berry cobbler. Here are the ingredients that we'll be using to make a mixed berry cobbler. Of course, this list will be posted in the description box. And as I said, Pepaw wanted a cobbler instead of a cake for his birthday, and my mother would make cobblers of whatever fruit was in season. Now I can make a cobbler anytime. And since he wants one, today is that time. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Okay y'all, the first step in making our cobbler is to make the crust. A good crust is flaky and has a good taste. Tell me down in the comments below, what makes a good crust to you? Anyway, we're making our crust for the most part in the food processor. Now this appliance does make preparing a crust really easy. Now if you've seen me making crust before in other videos, you will know that sometimes I will use a pastry blender to cut in that butter into the flour, or I'll use a fork to cut that butter into the flour. But today, we're using this food processor. So to the bowl of my food processor, I am adding 3 cups of flour that I'm measuring out by just simply loosely putting it into my measuring cup, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 16 tablespoons of shortening. 12 of that will be butter and 4 will be Crisco. You can use any kind of shortening you like. You can use all 16 tablespoons of butter or all 16 tablespoons of Crisco. Whatever you'd like to do. It's your crust. And then we'll add 8 tablespoons or 1/4 cup of iced water. We'll put just a pinch of sugar in this one because we're making a crust for a sweet dessert. Now once I get all of these ingredients into the bowl, I will go ahead and pulse the food processor 3 to 4 times until those ingredients have a sandy texture. Then we know it's time to add the water. Now after I've added the water and let it run for a little bit and that shaggy dough begins to form, that's the time we pull it out and get ready to form it onto our countertop. I'm not going to knead it, I'm just going to press it together on a floured surface. Now once I get it all pulled together, I'm going to form it into a semi-round ball and then I'll cut it in half because this recipe makes 2 crusts. Once I've divided it, I'll go ahead and make 2 separate balls, put them into a disc shape because then that will make it easier to roll it into a round pie crust. And I'm going to refrigerate it, cover it in cling wrap, and refrigerate it for about 30 minutes. Now once I get these all wrapped up and put in the refrigerator, then it will be time to start working on our filling. Okay, now that they're in the refrigerator, I'm going to prepare my pan. I'm just using the paper off the butter that I just used for the crust to put the leftover butter into that pan. Comment down below if you've ever seen your mama grease a pan with the butter paper. So now, let's go on and get our berries all put together. Now I washed my berries with a tablespoon of white vinegar and water, probably about a gallon of water. I washed them off well and put them back in the packages, which has made it easy for me to be able to transport them and put them into the bowl. So once that is done, I'm going to begin to add the other ingredients. So I'm going to stir my berries together just to mix them up a little bit. Then I will add 3/4 of a cup of sugar, a half a cup of flour, a pinch of salt. Now let's mix this well to coat all of the fruit with the flour and the sugar. Then we'll go ahead and grate our lemon, and then we'll add a tablespoon of lemon juice. This is all the liquid that I will add to this mixture, because once the fruit begins to cook, they will release their juices, and once that mixes with the flour, a nice sauce will be created. So just trust the process. Okay, so 30 minutes have been passed by and we are going to now roll out our crust. We'll roll it out to fit the bottom of the pan and then we'll roll out the top one so that we can cover our fruit. So I'm going to change the music now so that you can enjoy that while I'm rolling out my crust. Okay, the crust is all rolled out, the filling is put in, and now let's cover our cobbler. I folded my crust in half, my top crust in half, and then in fourths so that I could go on and just layer it on and open it up like you saw me do. I'm going to leave that little crack there because I need to slice it down just a little bit to open up vents so that all of my berries and the juices can cook and bubble to suit themselves. Okay, the crust is in place. I'm going to use some heavy whipping cream just to paint on a little bit of fat so that my crust can be nice and shiny. And then I will put a little sugar in the raw on top to give it a nice crunch. Okay, there she is. She's oven ready, and we're going to put her in a 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes or until those juices are nice and thick. I want to take this time to invite you to join our channel as a subscriber if you haven't already done so, and thank you to my subscribers. So, the cobbler's in the oven. I'm going to come back when it's done and when we're ready to serve. Okay, so I'm going to check my cobbler. It's been about 40 minutes, but my juice is still a little bit loose. So I'm going to put her back in the oven and let her cook for another 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I have to run out, so I'm going to leave this to my daughter to pull out for me. And she does a fabulous job. Now you see how it's bubbling around the side and how the juices are nice and thick? That's what it should look like. Before it was a little bit loose. And now in this view it has cooled down a whole lot and it's ready to serve. Now I'm going to get this bowl ready, but you know this isn't Peepaw's bowl. This is y'all's bowl so that I could show y'all, because Pepaw wants a man-sized bowl and I'm going to get him one. But I'm going to put a little ice cream on this for y'all and get y'all servings ready, and I'll show it to you up close in just a second. Okay, y'all, so you saw the cobbler. Pepaw loved it. You know, he doesn't taste on camera. So we let him taste it. I didn't want to do too much with it before he got to taste it, but it was delicious. I'm going to show you a shot of it as we close today. And I thank you for visiting with me today at Memaw's house, and y'all be blessed. Bye. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And here's a playlist that may interest you and another video that you can watch while I upload another video. Y'all be blessed. Bye.